see who we get next. Alright. Man, we have had our opponent go first so many times in this run. We have black, blue, white, technically, a way to draw a card, a way to stop aggro. We could probably rock this. We'll see what our opponent's playing. Maybe Dimir Bounce, something like that. Discard a card. Well, we can play the Rite of Oblivion from our graveyard, so let's get rid of that. Let's go ahead and take the 3 and get down Authority. Might help us gain some life back, especially if they're going to try to burn us out with Hopeless Nightmares. This might be mono black Devotion, too. Alright, let's do it like this. Spirited Companion. Draw a card. Cryogen Relic. Okay. If they sack the Hopeless Nightmare, that's good. That means that they're... either they have, you know, nothing to play, or they're out of plays, they're digging for something. Meathook Massacre. Okay, sure. Get rid of the Spirited Companion. Works for me. Get rid of your Gifted Aetherborn. They definitely appear to be a Devotion deck, because they're playing a lot of permanents with multiple black pips, and they're playing Nykthos. So you spent 3 mana to make 3 mana, okay. Solid plan. I just watched a video where Seth from MTG Goldfish played this deck, so I'm very aware of what it's trying to do. Essentially is mono black Devotion with this guy, which is the new guy from the Spider-Man set, and a couple other burn, mono black burn spells, Gary and the like. Let's just get rid of Lewis. It's also a 4/3 lifelinker, so definitely want to get rid of that. It's too bad we're not drawing lands, though. Okay, they're running out of gas, that's good. Okay, no play. Drew a land, that's nice. Let's take this opportunity to try to just spin it to win it. Okay. 2 authorities would probably be good. And a Treacherous Blessing, draw 3. Sweet, we can get the Doom Foretold plan going next turn. And since they're mono black, they shouldn't have a way to interact with it. We might need to get rid of this first, though. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We'll sack the Treacherous Blessing so we don't take more damage. Pass the turn. Bloodletter, sure. We gain 2. So we can play Doom Foretold, but then they can sack... They'll probably just sack the Meathook Massacre, right? They want to keep their Bloodletter. So I think what we do instead is we get down the Cryogen Relic and hold up mana for Settle the Wreckage. Draw a card. We'll see what we draw, but unless it's a removal spell. Omen's nice, but I think we're just gonna hold up Settle. Get rid of this Bloodletter. It's really good value for them. If they fire up high, that would be even better. Hopefully they attack with both. Attack with both? Yeah, do it. This is what I like to call a welcome to Pioneer moment. Say goodbye to your creatures. Go ahead and get some lands, though. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can have 7 mana this turn. Does that matter? Probably not. I think we just have the center tap, don't take more damage than we need to. Get down a Doom Foretold. Get down another Cryogen Relic. And now we got the engine online. So what are you gonna do, mono black deck that has no enchantment removal? We'll sack the Cryogen Relic, draw a card. So this whole deck revolves around Doom Foretold, where we have permanents that we can sacrifice, but our opponents don't, and so we break the symmetry of the card, and our permanents, when we sacrifice them, give us value. One of my favorite Pioneer decks. Let's go ahead and play the Spirited Companion. Get another permanent down, draw a card. Okay, we don't have a target for this, but might as well get it down. The second mode will let us look in their hand next turn, essentially duress them. And we'll hold up Omen of the Sun, and we can cast at flash speed. We could also just get Yorion right here. Yeah, actually, let's just get Yorion. Against mono black, it's a risk, because they could Thought Seize it. But they're down to 2 cards. What's the likelihood that they draw a Thought Seize? Not great. Warlock class, sure. Liliana, okay. Discard a card. Well, I think we can get rid of this guy, because we're going to get a ton of value next turn. We will draw a card. Another Cryogen Relic. Trial. Let's take a peek in that hand. Fatal Push. Say goodbye to that. Get down the castle. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we definitely have enough to... Too bad we don't have 10. Let's... what matters more, getting board presence or drawing cards? I think we know the answer. And then let's go ahead and Yorion. They can definitely minus Liliana next turn to get rid of the Yorion. That's okay. We'll reset that. We don't need to do any of these. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Yep. We can do this at instant speed, so that's okay. Pass the turn. They have to sack one of their permanents, so they're going to sack the Warlock class. They'll probably tick down Liliana, get rid of the Yorion. I guess we could have made 2 1/1s to get around that, but we're fine. We're chilling. Arch Enemy's Charm. What is this? Return 1 or 2 target creature and or planeswalkers cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Sure thing. don't need either of those. Hello, I'm trying to bottom these. Thank you. There we go. Omen of the Sun.
Off you go.
Gifted Aetherborn. Gain 2 life. Make some mana. Play your dude. Sure. They're going to do 2 damage to us, but then we're going to gain 2 life, so it really doesn't do anything. Oh, Relic, draw a card. Okay, Castle Ardenvale, United Battlefront. We have the Settle the Wreckage, so we could do all of this at instant speed. How much mana do we have? 5, 10. So 4. That's so Settle the Wreckage plus 2 Omens of the Sun is 10 mana, which I think is what we want to do next turn. They're gonna have to sack something. Do they sack the Liliana? I think if I was them, that's what I would sacrifice. Because it's kind of done its thing. It's run its course. But they're not. They're going to hold on to Liliana. Okay. Sure. They're going to play another Gifted Aetherborn. Okay. We'll gain 2. Each player discards a card. Okay. Resolve.
Drop it.
You're to the trial. We'll just take the 4 here. I'm not that worried about it. Let's get down 2 Omen of the Suns. We're going to gain the 4 back anyway just by playing these. Crack this, look at the top 2. Rite of Oblivion's pretty nice. Go ahead and keep that. Does their graveyard matter? I don't think their graveyard matters. Oh, I guess that's true. They did have that one thing that got back stuff from the graveyard, so I guess it does matter. That's okay.
Zombies and leave.
Go ahead and United Battlefront, spin it to win it. Yeah, I mean, Omen of the Sun, sure. Gain some more life, make some more bodies. Draw another card. And I think we end the turn. We gotta sack one of these. Do we just take it? I think we just take it. I'm not too worried about getting burned out. We'll see if I live to regret that. Meathook Massacre for 1. Okay. Whenever a creature you control dies, whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. Okay. Resolve. Make it 1/1. We're here for the long game. Draw a card. Alright. Get rid of your Lewis. Get in for 1. We have 35 cards, we have 43. Yeah, I think we just end the turn. We have a lot of options that we can do at instant speed. They have nothing. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and scry 2. We're in full control of this game. We just have to make sure we don't get burned out. Because that's the one thing this mono black deck can do is hit you for a ton of damage out of nowhere. We gotta be careful of our life total. Another Doom Foretold would actually be nice. Because we can pop both, make a 2/2, gain 4 life. Elspeth's Nightmare is a good draw as well, because we can exile their graveyard. Okay, we'll keep those. And then we'll go ahead and make another 1/1. Beat down of the 1/1 tokens. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. They have a Fatal Push, Infernal Grasp, sure. It's funny because they lose 2 life doing that, which is more damage than they would have took if they just let me keep the 1/1, but I get it. I don't have any other value permanents, just get rid of the Trial. Hallowed Fountain, I guess we'll just play that tapped. We'll play another Doom Foretold. Tack in with the 1/1. And then both Dooms will double pop. So they'll lose 4 life. We'll draw 2 cards, gain 4 life, make 2 Vigilant 2/2 tokens. They drew a land. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make another 1/1. We will pop the Hopeless Nightmare. Try 2. We don't need either of these. Good scries. Emeria's Call, okay. We're getting into finishing territory. Attack with everything. Remember, they were at like 40 life at one point. I have an enter tap, don't need to take damage. We'll get down the Elspeth's Nightmare just to exile their graveyard. And we'll hold the Emeria's Call for now. Because if they board wipe, which they very well could draw a board wipe, we'll have something else that we could play. Don't want to overcommit to the board. They're still at 21 life. Man, they keep drawing lands. That is rough. Oh, there we go. Esper Doom Foretold. Yeah, I mean, I get it. They kept drawing nothing, but that's the way this deck wins. I mean, we just have a bunch of little tokens. We peck away at you. We have all these value permanents, and we break the symmetry of Doom Foretold, and that's it. I love this deck. It's not meta at all. Like, no one plays Doom Foretold in the top, 10, 20 decks of Pioneer, but it's always a really good, rock, paper, scissors matchup to whatever the meta is, because no one is prepared for it. So it's one of my favorite decks to play. see who we get next. Opponent gets to go first. I mean, this is a great hand, though. This is good against aggro. It's good against mid-range. We'll draw a ton of cards, find our pieces. We got all the different colors, so I think we definitely keep this. Scavenger's Talent. Jund Food? Cat Oven, maybe? Let's go ahead and just take the 2 and get down Authority, because if they're going to play a lot of creatures, then we can at least gain a lot of life. That will keep us from dying super quickly. Dredger's Insight, okay. Yeah, yep. Cat Oven. They got the oven back. Okay. Yeah, I think we just play Omen of the Sea. Ritter's Insight, sure. Let's see what they get. Well, that's nice that they got... They milled both their Urgas. I think they only have 2 in the deck, so that's their infinite combo in the graveyard. I don't know if they have a way to get it back from the graveyard, but... It's good to see them there. Well, they definitely don't if we Elspeth's Nightmare. So, we will keep the Elspeth's Nightmare. Gain a life. Unless you control 2 or more other lands. So, untapped, right? Kill the goose. They'll make a food. But then we'll wipe their graveyard, which is good for us. Cash grab. Okay. Oh, there's a cat. They can play the oven. We don't have a way of getting rid of the oven right now. But we do have ways in the deck. Play the oven, okay? Village Rites, Fatal Push. Definitely get rid of the Village Rites. Down the swamp. This deck is so squirmy. They always have a way to get this cat back. So annoying. But at least, I guess every time they play the cat, we're going to gain a life. So do we even care about the cat? I guess we don't. Because, yeah, we're neutralizing their drain. So we don't have to worry about that at all. So what do we need to worry about? Their infinite combo, which we're about to exile. We can double Omen of the Sea and dig super deep. We could also Treacherous Blessing. I think we just double Omen. They're gonna do the cat shenanigans, but Authority is gonna throw them off. And if we find other authorities, we can really offset the life gain. Or the life draining, is what I mean. I don't know if this deck has a way to get rid of Authority. They might. They might have, like, Terra Sunder or something like that, but I just can't remember. We're gonna make a ton of food. Pass the turn. This is definitely one of the trickiest decks in the format. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, target player mills 2 cards. Okay. They're gonna mill themselves. That's bold. Wow, their other Urga. Yeah, they just scoop it up. So the reason they scooped it up is because with Scavenger's Talent and Cauldron Familiar, Witch's Oven, and Urga, there's an infinite combo where you can just keep sacrificing Cauldron Familiar. You can either drain your opponent out, or with Scavenger's Talent, you can mill out your opponent. But since our enchantment saga was going to pop next turn and exile their graveyard, all that stuff is going to be gone permanently. So basically the whole engine of their deck would be gone. Elspeth's Nightmare. That's the saga. I couldn't remember the name of it. Elspeth's Nightmare. Okay, who are we up against now? Oh, we get to go first, finally. Okay. Black, blue, ways to draw cards. Doom Foretold eventually. Yeah, we'll keep. Hopefully we'll draw into some lands and fix ourselves. Our mana's pretty good in this deck. We'll just play this tapped. And go from there. Okay, we're going against Mill. There's a white source. So we don't care about our life total. Let's go ahead and get this down. Draw a card. We are an 80 card deck, so this is harder for them to mill us out than it would be a normal 60 card deck. 2 Ruin Crabs is definitely going to help them though. Okay. Not too bad. Yep, just an easy mill 12. Let's go ahead and just get rid of one of these. Another land would be nice. Founding of the Third Path, okay. Maddening Cacophony, sure. Still have 52 cards left. 49 cards left. Okay. 46 cards left. Yeah, we find a land, but it's going to be tapped. We might actually lose the mill. It sucks. I mean, we need to draw cards to find answers, but drawing cards is essentially milling, right? It's all the same for the mill player. We can Rite of Oblivion the Ruin Crab next turn. Okay, Wall of Lost Thoughts. Okay, we don't care about authority. Let's go ahead and... Do we care about Ruin Crab or Founding the Third Path more? I think Ruin Crab. Since it's a repeatable effect and this is a one-time effect. Yep. doesn't really matter, but it's a permanent that we can get down that we can sacrifice later. There's no point in waiting. Let's just do this now. Momentum Breaker, Godless Shrine. This is only a one-time effect, right? Yeah, enters. Okay. We don't care about either of those. Okay. They're gonna Maddening Cacophony me again. They can kick it. $22 cards left. Oh my god, another Ruin Crab. Okay. Hopefully they're running out of gas now, though. Let's... Elspeth's Nightmare, the Ruin Crab. Okay, another wall. Yeah, see the thing is this deck normally needs to churn through its cards in order to eventually win. I just don't know if we have enough cards left to even pull off a win, even if we stabilize. Store creatures, then any number of target players each mill half their library. Okay. We can go ahead and get rid of that. Down Doom Foretold. Bearded Companion. They have a land that can make us mill. Momentum Breaker. Okay, that's actually a decent draw, since we're going to have to beat them down. The Doom Foretold will take care of one of these, and the Momentum Breaker can take care of the other one. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 8 cards. Yeah, I think we do need to exile their graveyard. We don't care about gaining life, so we'll get rid of that. Get rid of your graveyard. Momentum Breaker. What is this? Okay. We really don't want to pull out anything more from our deck, so let's just Omen of the Sun. We have 5 power down now. We have 7 power down now, so they're on a 2-turn clock. Starfield of Nyx is actually pretty good. What does this do? Turn this land becomes 4/4 blue shark. Whenever this land attacks, target player mills 4 cards. Yikes. Whenever it attacks or deals combat damage? Attacks. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, well, if it's an attack trigger, it doesn't really matter, right? We gotta swing in. was that lethal? Did I miss lethal? I think I just missed lethal. I think I just missed lethal. Yeah, I missed lethal. Right? I missed lethal, right? Yeah. Because I'm about to draw with no cards in my library, then I'm gonna die. Yep, I missed lethal. Damn. I actually had that win if I had just played the Starfield of Nyx before combat. Oh well. You live and learn. I forgot that it animated all my enchantments. They had a pretty lucky top deck too, but that is a bummer. I had that game. Alright, shake it off. We get to go first. Aggro. Yeah, I like this hand. We can Fabled Passage on turn 1, fix something. Maybe go get another black source or something. Maybe no, double white. Okay, looks like we're playing against Phoenix. Elspeth's Nightmare is pretty good against them. Double white? Yeah. Espion stage. Interesting. Maybe not. Maybe we're not playing against Phoenix. Because that's not normally in Phoenix, and that's not normally in Phoenix. Let's go ahead and take a look at that hand. I need to know what's going on. They go get a land. What land do you get? Thespian stage. Oh, they're playing Lotus Field. Got it. Discontinue whatever it is. Into the Flood Maw. Pour of the Pages. Yeah. Get rid of these. Make you discard another card. Now they have 2 Lotus Fields, and since it didn't enter the battlefield, they don't have to sacrifice anything. Artist talent. Play Starfield. Hopefully they don't bounce it. Okay, and they bounce it. I forget what the win con in this deck is. It's like, is it taking extra turns? Something like that. You got rid of a Thespian stage? Wouldn't they want to keep that? Okay. They just go infinite here. Okay, over here makes all their stuff. I think they got it. I don't need to sit through this. I don't really care enough to sit through it. I feel like Lotus Field will probably eventually get banned too. Because it's one of those like non-interactable type strategies. And in general, Wizards comes down on those, but we'll see. In the Pro Tour, Lotus Field was not a competitive deck, so it must not be seen as a big threat, because they haven't gotten rid of it. It's been around for a little while, so maybe not. Maybe they won't get rid of it. What have we got here? If we were playing best of three, it's probably there's probably cards that are easy to sideboard for it. What do we got? We get to go first. One of the sea. All right. We keep. Proliferate or something? Go get a blue source. How do you say that? Biolewis? Biolewis? Skull Dweller. Ah, Finn. Got it. Okay. Oh, I meant to grab blue. Alright, well, I messed that up. That's alright. Get rid of Finn. They're thinking about what to do. So normally this deck runs like a ton of protection for Finn, but they were tapped out, so what does this do? Creature has Toxic 2. When it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Okay. What do these things do? These are the death touch counter. Control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Okay. When an enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Okay, well we have to kill it because we're gonna die to 3 poison in like 2 turns. It's gonna come back, but at least it won't be a 3 poison. Okay. Ninjutsu. All right. They blew up my authority. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we really have a choice. We need the cards. What's Nightmare? Play the toxic creature. Okay, we get authority back. I think the play is Doom Foretold. Make them start sacrificing stuff. I'm mainly worried about the poisons. It's gonna take them a long time to kill me with 1/1s. But the poison can kill me in like 3 turns. Okay. We could get Starfield down, that would be pretty good. Because we could bring back Elspeth's Nightmare over and over again. Oof. That's a rough one. Yep. Let's go ahead and get... What does this say? Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell, target opponent gains a poison. Yeah. Well, that has to die. Man, it's gonna be close though. But that's the only option we have. Maybe they have a way to protect it? Infectious Bite. Oh, yeah, there they go. Yeah, I don't think any of that helps us. It's whenever a creature control becomes a target of a spell, so it includes their own spells. Yeah, I think they got me. Yeah, poison's tough to play against, but maybe there was a different line where we could have won that game. They did eventually draw their best card, which is the Venerated Rock Priest. It makes it like extremely hard to target anything. But we were close. Once you get to like 8 or 9 poison, it's basically GG. You kind of want to stay at 7 or below. You can still win the game at like 7, but once you get within like touching distance of death, those decks just have too many ways to like quickly add 1 or 2 poison. But opponent gets to go first. Sure. We'll try it. Hexproof. Okay. What is this? Uh-huh. Okay. Voltron? It's like Boggles. Like, you get a hexproof creature, put a bunch of auras on it. Thankfully, we have removal that doesn't target. Okay. Two down. Discard that last card in your hand. Let's go ahead and buy Yorion. Will hit me for a bunch next turn, but we can blink these Momentum Breakers and Trials of Ambitions and make them sack their last creature. Yep. GG. Well, they have a Rakdos avatar, so they have my respect. Prominent Pioneer. Opponent gets to go first. I mean, we technically have ways to get the mana we need. Yeah, okay. We'll try it. We don't really know what we're up against. This is not a great hand against aggro, so hopefully not aggro. Llanowar Elves with Golgari colors. Okay. Oh, we're playing against elves. Sure. Elves is a tough matchup. What are we looking for? White? Yeah, probably Spirited Companion. Just have a blocker, soak up some damage. Okay, Omen of the Sun. Well, we might be dying on turn 4. Elf is just doing elf things. They didn't attack. Interesting. Okay. Just pass. They have 2 Elvish War Masters, which is just insane. Oh, Crater Hoof Behemoth, cool. So they couldn't have stacked their deck any better. If they reached into the code of the video game and stacked their deck exactly the way they would want it, it wouldn't have been as good as that. Like, oh man. I don't think there's any draw in our deck, any alignment of cards that could have kept us alive from that. Turn 4, Crater Hoof Behemoth. They had like 10 creatures, so they're all going to be 10/10 tramplers minimum. Maybe Authority of the Consuls? No, that still wouldn't have saved us. Crazy. No black. No black mana. They get to go first. I think we mulligan this. We're not doing anything until turn 3. If we're playing against aggro, it's rough. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and concede this game, get in the next one. 1 lander. Can't keep that. Don't want to go down to 4 cards. That's just too few for Pioneer. Opponent gets to go first. No white mana, but we do have blue mana and black mana, so I guess we'll keep white. Okay. Double basic planes. That's pretty interesting. I think we'll just pass. Hold up Omen. Raise the alarm. Okay. Interesting. It was just like mono white weenie. Well, I think we'll take both of those, honestly. We need the white mana. And this is removal for their lord here. Oh, we need white and black. We can't Elspeth's Nightmare because it's not power 2 or less. Awkward mana. It'd be nice to have gotten down Authority or Hopeless Nightmare there, but oh wow, what a follow-up. Alright, well, this will stop some of the damage. Not all of it. I guess the authorities will gain us a lot of life, so I don't know. That's really all we have. Down to 1. If we draw... Oh, that's not it. If we drew... what's it called? Settle the Wreckage. We could have fought out of this, but I don't think we can from here. Because even if we remove the Adeline, we still take 4 next turn. They would just have to not play any creatures for us to not gain any life. Yeah, I mean, we'll just do it to do it, but we have nothing to say about that. GG. Yeah, aggro decks are rampant in Best of 1 Pioneer. They're not, I mean, if you play Best of 3, they won't be. Not unless it's like the top tier red or is it deck, but in Best of 1, they're everywhere. So you kind of have to like skew your decks when you build them to like fight against aggro. And this one it has all the answers, but if we don't draw them or have them in our opening hand, it's as you can see, it's pretty much unstoppable against, you know, aggro decks are pretty much unstoppable unless you have the right answer at the right time. They're just so fast in this format. Whether it's elves or mono red or mono white, I guess. I mean, they literally did nothing on turn 1 and 2. They just played a plains on turn 1 and a plains on turn 2 and then just like exploded out of there. I guess Raise the Alarm was technically their turn 2 play, but... Alright, we get to go first. I would love to see a stat about my win rate going first versus going second. I feel like it's probably very high going first and very poor going second. That just kind of shows how fast this format is. We'll get down the Spirited Companion. It's nice to have a body. Blue-white. Could be anything. Could be control, could be mill, could be tempo. Looks like mill to me. Or some weird version of it. Trying to hit my land drop here. I mean, I want those spells, but I want lands more. There we go. Can't miss your land drops. You will definitely lose that way. Okay. It's a good target for Rite of Oblivion. But we don't have any black mana. Let's see if we can hit black mana here. No. So they're trying to do the combo with Sphinx's Tutelage and the Water Crystal, where you basically like mill out your whole deck. Oh, cool. Well, there is black mana. Get rid of the Water Crystal. Get in for one. Chart a course. Okay. Weird pick, Chart a course. I feel like there's better options in the 2 mana slot than Chart a course. Okay, all of my Rite of Oblivion's available to me. Get rid of one of the Sphinx's Tutelage. Get him for 3. Water Crystal. Consider. Okay, let's see if they can pull it off. Looks like they might. Cool beans. Getting harder to play mid-range in Pioneer because all the decks just like it reminds me of Modern where like all the decks just do their thing, right? They don't focus on trying to stop anyone. They just try to go for their combo or their you know, aggressive game plan. Very hard to be a mid-range deck because you have to be able to battle through all different kinds of stuff. But that's what makes it fun to play because it's actually challenging and it's not like baked in an oven, you know, net decked for you online. You gotta actually, you know, use your brain a little bit. We get to go first. Sure. Let's go ahead and get this down, since they're both going to come into play untapped. Or, tapped is what I meant to say. Come to play tapped. Blue, let's play it on their turn. If they have a counter, they can run it out. Doom Foretold, Castle Ardenvale. Bunch of tapped lands. We don't need the Doom Foretold. I guess we'll take the land. Okay. Untapped land. We don't really need an untapped land this turn, though. Guess we get down some pressure. A little 1/1. Okay. Simic Control? Simic Mill? I don't know. Get down Doom Foretold. Hopefully, slow them down a little bit with whatever they're doing. Okay, we'll just end the turn. Consult the star charts. They discard a card, we draw a card, they lose 2 life, we gain 2 life, make it 2/2. Counter? No. Play this first, see if we draw anything else we want to play. Doom Foretold, okay. It'll be nice next turn. I think we just hold Omen of the Sun. We keep trying to pressure them. Sure. Okay. Playing counters. I haven't seen any counters. Okay, a lot of mana. Still have to discard a card because you chose to take that line. Okay, we have lethal next turn. Can't really do anything instant speed. Do we make them discard a card now, or try to take a peek in their hand at the beginning of our next turn? I guess we'd take a look, right? I mean, they have to wipe the board, and they're in Simic, so I don't really know how they do that, unless they have like a mass bounce spell or something. Choose our cards in your graveyard. The owners of those cards shuffle them to your library. Sacrificing your lands to your library. But none of these. So this is the only instant. So do we just win here? I'm so confused. Okay, we draw a lot of cards. Okay. What? All right, well, I think that's a fitting game to end the stream on. So usually decks, I see this in Commander more than I see it in 60 card constructed formats, but usually when players are playing this, they're trying to mill everyone out, and the way they do that is by having them draw a bunch of cards, and then stuff like this, which shuffles cards back into their library, so they'll never mill out, right? They'll mill us out by having us draw a bunch of stuff, but they'll never mill out. It's cool. I think like a Turbo Fog would probably be a better setup for this kind of deck if you're going to play Simic. You know, you like fog all the attacks, and then you slowly set up your win con. But they didn't have anything to stop our ground game, so they just died. Bold choice, Cotton. Let's see if it works out for him. All right. Yeah, we kind of went like 50-50 with this deck tonight, which is, you know, that's kind of like all mid-range decks. They kind of all go 50-50. But I really do like this deck. I do feel like it's fun to play in the format, even though the format is like a little combo heavy right now, which is unfortunate. It might just mean we have to build our deck a little bit more controlling. You know, we might have to put in some counter spells and stuff. I mean, we're running the colors to do it. And again, if we were playing best of 3, we could sideboard in counters and things like that, you know, for matchups where we wanted them. But we're not. We're playing best of 1, so we're limited to what we have in the original shell. But this is the deck, you know. I think I've been playing around with United Battlefront for a while, but I just don't think it's as good as Starfield of Nyx, and I don't think it's as good as what's the other one? Dance of the Mance. Oh, we're frozen. Hello, this one. Dance of the Mance is just a better version of United Battlefront. It does care about the graveyard instead of United Battlefront caring about the deck, but I've been trying to make this card work, and it just doesn't really do the thing like you'd want it to. Starfield is awesome, and I think we'll eventually put Dance of the Mance back in the deck, but that's just where we're at right now. But this is the total shell. Mana could probably be a little bit better, right? I mean, we are a 3-color deck, so it's always a little tricky getting the mana base 100% right. But most of the time I felt like I had good mana. So, I don't know. There's just little tweaks that we got to make here and there, but otherwise, it has a decent win rate. Like I said, 50% is really all you can expect for a mid-range deck. But anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more content like this, and check out my other videos on the channel. See you guys later.